Hello and welcome to today's video, and this is a random chart. I'll go more over this towards the end. But the chart's random, and what I do is I put the start value in. I start at 1500. It's, well, it ended up after 418 periods going up to 218,000. It's based on a linear movement, so it's a linear chart. And the minimum didn't count the first period. I just figured that out now, but I didn't want to change it because I can at least document this. And we're going to go through this and show different charts. 418 periods, of which one of these went down. I don't know if you can tell me which one of these 418 candles was a down one. Yeah, but it's pretty much straight up. If you can take a look at some of these areas up in here, there's a little bit of difference, but straight up. The reason why I'm surprised about this, I'm going to bring these numbers down on this column here, one number at a time. And this should go 418 and 0 for 4 or 5 turns in a row, which is why I'm surprised this one even has it. It's like hitting a lottery to even get an up period the way this is designed, at least at 30. So I put a new number in. It's going to recalculate this again. Okay, maybe the first, this is the second time I did it. The first, like, 3 or 4 times I did it was 418 to 0. And again, the minimum is 1514, which is interesting. 28. Okay, so now this changes that the minimum is now 1478. Now it's 418 up periods in a row. Changes to 27. And each time I put a new number, it recalculates it. The rate of ascent, the numbers are getting lower. 183,000 is the high, but again, 418 up periods. And the minimum on this is 1516. 26 now. Still 418 up periods, which really surprises me that the first two are set in this form, but the rate's going up not as high on number 25. It's 164,000 that it goes to, but it's still going straight up. There was one in there that was down. You can't tell where. Now there's 2 down periods, and it only goes up to 157,000. And 23 will keep on going all the way to the very bottom, and the charts just keep going straight up. That's randomness. But the law of average says there's no chance that it will ever go down. And if it does, the numbers would be so large that it's still pretty much impossible. 8 down periods, and I can't even see a single red bar. Actually, I can see 1, 2 actually here and here. But as the numbers go lower, the trend will change. 19. There's 20 down periods, so you can start to see a few red ones in there. 17 we'll put in. And we have a first high. Do it to 16. Still going straight up though, 15. Straight up, but 85 down periods, and it's not hard to see the red ones. 14. Still pretty much going straight up. You can see some of the sideways corrections a little bit, just a little bit. 13. You can see the sideways corrections a bit more. Now it's about a 3-to-1 ratio for up to down days. Only up to 36,000 now. Number 12. And now we can see a little bit of down moves. We can see the sideways corrections a lot better. 264 up periods to 154 down. And if we change this to 11, then it's more, you can see more of the uptrend going sideways. Let's put number 10 in instead. And now that's how a chart's supposed to look. Or at least that's how you're used to it. This goes in the negatives. It's down to minus 858. So if we maybe put in, say, negative 1,000. Well, just for fun, let's put negative 8,000. You can see normal market movements, but if we drop this numbers down to 9, wow, this thing is just getting crushed. Now, the programming within this is fairly simple. What we're doing here is we're starting off with 1,500. In the second sheet, what this is told to do is take the previous number, in this case 1,500, and add the random number between minus 30 and 20 plus whatever this number happens to be. So now this one's doing a random number of negative 30 and plus 29. So long term, this is going to go down. But when the numbers were outrageously high, let's even do a bigger number that we didn't do before. If we do something like 38, well, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get straight up action, because now it's taking the number minus 20, or minus 30 rather, and 20 plus 38. So it's going to do a random number in between those situations, and it's tracking it about 50 times per line. So I take the highest and lowest of each of the 50, and we will then multiply the 418 periods or so, which means that there is about 20,000 or so random numbers that were given. But if you have the higher numbers like that, the markets are going to go straight up, or the chart. This spreadsheet here, number 3, counts the up days and down days, and that's where I get this from. So if I go back in here again and I put in a number 10 and get the sideways action, then it's going to count what should be like around the same. And in this example here, 202 up periods, 216 down periods, and now you got what a normal market may look like, because it's working within random numbers. Therefore, when I did the example yesterday about the debt that we have and how it's guaranteed, it's not random. This is random that this would go sideways. It's completely random that this one's going to have an uptrend. A little random. So there's a chance this would end up down. Now, it's probably more likely you'd win the lottery 25, 30 times in a row, but there's a chance. There is no chance within the current economic model the debt can be paid off. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.